A prefecture in Japan recently passed an ordinance that might have people who are running late a little bit upset. The ordinance bans walking on a moving escalator. Once you are on the escalator, you must stand still and let the machine do its work. Now, the local government cited two reasons for that new ordinance. One, as you might imagine, was safety, as they found that over 800 people in just a 2-year span were injured by those moving about on escalators throughout the nation of Japan. But the other reason was even more interesting to me. In speaking of why they wanted to pass this law, one spokesman said this, quote, "We need to deliver a strong message to the public to alter practices that have become so pervasive as to be perceived as custom." End quote. Isn't that interesting? Instead of just going on with what was becoming custom, they decided to do something about it. Now, it needs to be said, customs, or we might say traditions, are not always bad. You may have holiday traditions or other family traditions that are a lot of fun and are quite meaningful to you and make a great deal of memories. That's all well and good. Even congregations have customs, such as the order of a service or what time the worship services occur on Sunday. But we must always make sure that we do not let customs or tradition overtake God's Word in our lives. Jesus spoke of those in His day who even broke the commandments of God in order to follow their man-made traditions in Matthew 15, verse 3. And at the conclusion of that teaching, He called them hypocrites and said they were teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. Matthew 15, verse 9. If God says it in His Word, we need to hold to it and defend it with all that we have. But if it's simply a tradition of our own making, we may enjoy it and it may be helpful, but we must never raise it in our thinking to the same level of what God would have us to do. And so today and every day, let's keep our central focus on distinguishing between God's commandments and our own traditions, holding fast to what His Word says and being careful with our traditions. Maybe we need to stop running on the escalator.